Yeah, I hit the button. Okay, you're good.
Alrighty. I'll call this meeting to order at 10:03 a.m. Pledge of Allegiance. We now give time before the meeting to recognize those who wish to recite the pledge, reminding those in attendance that they are not required to do so.
Alrighty. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Alrighty. Give me 1 second. Brian is trying to get into the meeting, but he is using the wrong link, so I have to send him a new one.
We'll take care of it, Victor.
Alrighty. Thank you. Moving on to the executive branch. The roll call. Jesus. Moving on to the roll call. President Victor Yomas, that's me. I'm here. Vice President Menifee Valley Campus Eli Baeza.
Here.
Vice President San Jacinto Campus State Perez will not be attending this meeting. Student Trustee Allison Salas. This is her last meeting too. Commissioner of College Activities Brian Moreno Alvarez. He's trying to get in on this meeting anyways. Commissioner of Financial Affairs Tracy Yee.
Here.
Thank you. Commissioner of Institutional Effectiveness Nicholas Ng.
Here.
Thank you. Commissioner of Public Relations Ariana Rodriguez.
Here.
Thank you. Commissioner of Student Equity and Cultural Affairs Cassie Chamberlain.
Here.
Thank you. Senator of College Activities Cindy Lopez.
Here.
Thank you. Senator of Financial Affairs Christian Cortez.
Here.
Thank you. Senator of Institutional Effectiveness Hector Cardenas. Don't believe he's in on the meeting either. Yet. Senator of Public Relations Victoria Ann Caballero.
Here.
Thank you. Senator of Student Equity and Cultural Affairs Chanupa Vasquez.
Here.
Thank you. Senator of Student Equity and Cultural Affairs Victor Heredia.
Here.
Thank you. Senator of Student Equity and Cultural Affairs Kimberly Vick. Don't believe she's in on the meeting yet either. Alrighty, as far as visitors go, you have the right to remain anonymous. You have the right to attend this meeting anonymously. If you want to say your name for the record, you may very well do so. As far as Sga Advisors go, we have Maya Cardenas, Jose Hernandez, Susana Ortega, and Maricela all present today. Moving on to the approval of minutes. Did everybody get a chance to look at Nick's minutes that he sent out on Monday?
Yes, I did saw them.
Alrighty, do I have a motion to approve of the minutes?
Me, Ariana.
Thank you. Motion to approve minutes given by Commissioner Rodriguez. Do I have a second?
Christian seconds.
Second.
Oh.
Okay. Seconded by Senator Cortez. Alrighty. Any oh my gosh. Any discussion revolving around the approval of minutes? Any abstentions? Any? No. Alrighty, motion approved, minutes approved. Moving on to the board reports and information items. Our reports will be limited to 1 minute each. Additional time can be allotted with the motion and second from the Senate. First on our list is the advisors report.
Yeah, hi everyone. Wow, it's kind of crazy. I can't believe this is our last SJ meeting. But anyways, yeah, I don't have a whole lot to report on this week, just a few things. Our team hosted 2 parent panels this week and they were amazing. It was really nice to hear from all of our MSJC parents and caretakers, both student and staff, share what life is like at home during this, COVID-19 situation. So I just want to quickly thank all of them for their participation, our moderators, and we're looking forward to hosting more of these panels in the future. I also want to just recognize, I'm looking forward to recognizing all of our student leaders, all of you, in our SJ ceremony next Friday. It's been such an amazing year working with all of you, but that's all I will say for now because I want to save all the sappy comments for next week. So I'll hold off on that. And then the last thing I just want to say is the SG elections concluded this Thursday. I was just really impressed with all of our candidates this year. Everyone did an amazing job campaigning, and I was happy to see all of the student engagement and participation. So yeah, the results will be available on our website on Monday, May 11th. So this Monday. And that's all I have to report on. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Maya, I see your hand raised.
Yeah, I just wanted real quick report. I'm kind of on 2 meetings at the same time right now. We have a management meeting, but I wanted to second Jose. I think y'all have done a fantastic job this year. I'm so honored that this is our final meeting. It's crazy that it's already here. I'll save my comments really for next week, but I do want to just acknowledge all of your hard work. For those of you that are graduating, oh my gosh, what an honor. And for those of you that are going to be with us for next year, I'm super excited to work with you. And I know we're going to have another phenomenal group and another phenomenal year, serving students, representing students, and just doing the good work that y'all do. And yeah, second, kudos to helping out with our parent panels. I really would like us to do some more of those. So for those of you that are remaining next year, get that on your radar as to ways that we can continue these conversations and just showing support. So good job, y'all. Appreciate you.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Maya. Any other advisor reports?
I too am going to save my comments for next week, but you guys have done an awesome job this year. I'm happy to have spent the whole year with most of you. So yeah, so I will save my tears for next week, but yay, last meeting.
And for me, congratulations on making it to your last meeting. You should all be very proud of yourselves. And I'm sad that I wasn't here to watch you all develop. I kind of joined towards the later part of the group, but you all should be really proud of yourselves. I admire all your hard work.
Yeah. Thank you all. Moving on to executive officers reports. Any executive officer reports? No.
Yes, I was muted. No.
Go ahead, Ariana.
I'm sorry. No, so Jose said this morning that the health center Facebook and Instagram is up and running. So I will be putting on the chat for you guys to follow it, and I will be sharing on the socials. So if you don't mind supporting, because I think the health center, it's amazing, and just having them on social media, I think it's great because they will definitely target more students. Because we are active on social media, so even if we just scroll down on the information, we see it and we know that they are there for us. So yeah, I will be sharing that information on the SGA Instagram and also Facebook, but also for you to be aware. Thank you. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Ariana. Casson, I see your hand raised.
Yeah, so I don't know if everyone got my email about the student equity committee meeting. We decided to postpone it this morning because something came up, but I'll keep you all posted when the next one's going to be. I'm so sorry it was postponed. Something just came up and I wasn't feeling well, so yeah.
Alrighty. Thank you, Casson. Any other executive officer reports?
I have a report.
Go right ahead, Tracy.
So just about the budget. So we just approved additional $67.49 for SGA Prax, and we also approved $2,500 for ICC Club Points, and our current budget is $17,250.78. I will type the number in the chat, and yeah, this is my report.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Tracy. Any other executive officer reports? I know Allison joined the line. Allison, you don't want to report?
No. I feel like it's been not that eventful of a week. Sorry. Congratulations to everybody that ran. Best of luck. That's all I got for now. I'll let you all know if I think of anything else.
Of course. Thank you, Allison. Any other executive officer reports? Alrighty then. That leaves my report. So yeah, this is our last meeting, y'all. The last meeting of my year, the last meeting of my presidential year, I guess you can say, my presidential serving. I think y'all did an amazing job running campaigns this week. I know, given the circumstances, like we've done the best we've could. Y'all have promoted yourselves so well. I was really impressed with Zoom with the candidates, and I'm really, really excited to see what y'all have to bring to the table next or for the next SGA group. I think y'all will do really amazing things. I really don't want to go way too into it because I do want to say some words for next week as well. But yeah, just a really great job with the campaigning and everything. And oh gosh, I don't really have anything else to report. My last board meeting will be next Thursday, so I'll have something for y'all on Friday, but I don't think I really can report on that. But yeah, basically concludes my report. Moving on to legislative reports. Any senators have anything to report?
I do. I have one.
Go right ahead, Victoria.
Okay, so if you guys remember, well, first of all, hi guys. Here's to our last meeting. So if you guys remember last week, I mentioned a proposal that was kind of in the works. So Chanupa and I have been kind of assigned almost this proposal to work on, and I just got more information, and that's why it's not in the actual agenda, but I'm going to keep it quick. So basically, this is just a proposal that is kind of going to address and develop an intervention for MSJC, not in a negative way. It's supposed to reflect the voice of our students, and it's basically like an assignment to humble us and have a meaningful kind of legacy behind it. So if any of you are interested in participating, well, I hope so, because we're going to be utilizing student government, we're going to be utilizing EOPS, CARE, CalWorks, all that. So we have a better understanding of our demographics and what our students utilize on campus. So that's pretty much it. It's basically still in the works, and I might send out an email if I don't forget to remind you guys if anyone's interested in participating. So it's kind of the gist of it.
Yeah. Thank you, Victoria.
Oh, Maya asked what program. Okay, so it's not a program essentially that's leading this. This was through Chanupa and I's psychology course with Professor Maria Lopez. So this was for our psychology of gender class, and it got brought up by a student, and then it kind of turned into this huge thing, and now it's an assignment that we're working on. So yeah, thank you.
All right, cool. It's awesome. Thank you so much, Victoria and Chanupa. Y'all are doing great. Any other senator reports?
Can I ask a question for Victoria?
Yes, of course.
So it's an intervention. What does that really mean in terms of at school and stuff? Because I think my idea of an intervention might be different. I'm just curious what that looks like, if that makes sense.
No, I understand that. So it's not like an intervention in a negative way where we're okay, here's the problem, here's how it really aggressive. It's not going to be like that at all. It's just addressing a problem and utilizing our leadership roles to better the MSJC community, to address our student needs and how we can, I guess, provide better resources. So everything that I usually advocate for in these meetings where I just get in the heat of the moment, it's kind of like that, where we're just putting all that passion onto paper and bring it up to hopefully this is a huge legacy that we can leave behind, so that students are aware of us constantly advocating and fighting for them.
Okay, thank you. I really like that. That sounds great. Good job, you two.
Alrighty, any other senator reports, or rather any other legislative reports?
No, I don't have anything to report.
Thank you, Christian. Anyone else? Alrighty, I'll move on to committee reports. Any committees want to report out?
I'll go.
Go right ahead, Brad.
I had my meeting yesterday for college activities. I had it yesterday. So we were just discussing the events that we could possibly highlight on social media. So events that I kind of wanted to work on that I'm working with PR right now is for Mother's Day, International Nurses Day, which is on May 12th, and then National Hamburger Day on May 28th. So those are just in the works right now. They should be kind of just informational, kind of fun. And those should be on their respective days. And that's all I have to report on.
Alrighty. Thank you so much, Brad. Any other committee reports? And you said that was National Hamburger Day?
Yeah, National Hamburger Day on May 28th. So I'm going to be making sure to create something fun for that day.
Alrighty. Sounds good. Thank you. Any other committee reports? No? All right. Well, now we have our information items on virtual events. And then granted, I think Brian just touched up on those. So, yeah. Thank you. Are there any other virtual events in the works aside from the ones that you mentioned, or?
That's pretty much it for right now, just because I know that Jose also told us, well, in our meeting, we discussed that we wanted to keep in mind that SG elections are over now, so there will be a new group of students who will be taking on the role. So I don't want to do too much, but I'm also passionate about this, so I'm still going to work until the semester ends. But I do want to keep in mind that there will be another person who will be in this position, so I don't want to do too much as well.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Brian.
Yeah, as Brian said, there's kind of like just waiting a bit. Elections just kind of finished, so we're still in the works of new stuff. Maybe another Netflix watch party, but we still got to decide all that. But as for like watch parties, they've been really fun, but unfortunately, like we haven't had much engagement. And I'm not trying to put anyone on blast. I'm not trying to everybody's got their own lives, everybody's got stuff going on. It's just a little disappointing to see that I'm there with the advisors and sometimes Sadel. So when we don't have that much engagement with the community, it's kind of a little disappointing. So if we do another Netflix watch party, I really want to encourage you guys to join and to participate, to show your support, to share, because sometimes when we watch these movies, we have like a fun discussion and like the little comments. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. And I understand that everyone can be like busy, but like I said, it's a little sad when there's not a lot of people in there.
And if I can just jump on that too, thank you for saying that, Victor. Sorry, Victor. Victoria. Thank you,
Yeah.
Victoria. Sorry, Victor. Yeah, I mean, nobody wants to shame anybody on here. We all get that we have lives, we have siblings, we have sorts of stuff going on. But as much as we can support each other and show up to these things, even if you have it in the background, I was sending emails when I was watching Spider-Man last week, but I would catch a scene and I'd be like, oh my God, look at that scene, that's my favorite. And then I would make a little comment. So y'all can multitask, but I just think it's important that we show support for each other when we do these events. And truth be told, I can help out, Jose, the staff, all of us, we can help out a little bit more with promotion, and we can send it out to our faculty. I think what we need to do is we just need to get a calendar of events. So that way we kind of have a really organized little list, so that when we do send out emails to faculty and ask them to post it in their Canvas shells, it's just one document. But I really think the watch parties are going to take off for us. And shout out to Victoria and Sadel for always supporting the events when y'all were there. And there were some other folks I think that were kind of on and off, because I think it's really fun. And and we don't have to do the kids movies too, like the family movies. Like honestly, we're adults, y'all. Like you're college students. Like let's push the envelope a little bit. Why not? But like I fully support that. We're not in high school, so we can definitely do some things that are having some, you know, good adult discussions, obviously provided that it's within a structure. So anyway,
Scary
that's
movie night. Scary movie night.
we just need to include like a little disclaimer, right? That this is not
Definitely.
for young people's eyes. This is not for, you know, my whatever. So
Yeah, Victoria, thank you for sharing. Honestly, I'm guilty. I don't have a Netflix subscription, so I'm right under the bus. That's all right. But thank you for bringing that to our attention. I think as a SGA, we should support more, and I'm definitely going to look into if I can get it a Netflix subscription for when we next do it. I think it's really important that we all participate.
one more comment. You brought up a good thing, Keston. Thank you for reminding us of that privilege. Just to have a Netflix account is absolutely a privilege. So thank you. Yeah, I'll touch base with some of the other advisors to maybe strategize a way that we might be able to make and I don't know. It's kind of tricky that issue, but we'll try to figure something out for those folks.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like, I'm not trying to put anyone on blast because I understand that not everyone has like a Netflix account. But you know, if you do, and don't feel pressured to get one either. Don't feel pressured to do that, especially in these times. You know, so if you can, like, please support a little bit more. If you can't, we fully understand. Don't think that we're attacking you. I promise.
Definitely. I didn't think of it that way. But yeah.
I have a question. Is there a reason why we do Netflix? Because what about Canopy? All the students have access to films on Canopy, and I know there's some really great documentaries and really good stuff on Canopy.
Yep.
that-
I'll put that in the chat.
But I don't know, is there a reason? Is like Netflix do watch parties differently?
It's because it's more secured. Like, it's an official you know, like streaming service and everything. At least that's what we discussed like when we originally proposed this idea.
So, so if I may chime in, so Allison, to address your comment, I think the Netflix watch party is popular because of that chat component, right? It lets the users both stream the same content, and then like they're able to chat, you know, within the chat box. I'm not super familiar with Canopy, but I'm sure there's a way to do it, right? We're definitely going to explore other options because we are aware that not everyone, you know, has access to Netflix. You know, it's even gone up in price, like, you know, so we're aware of all those things. But yeah, great suggestion. Canopy, yeah, definitely something to look into. And we'll explore these other options for sure.
Alrighty. Any other committee reports Any other committee want to report? There you go. Actually, those were virtual events. I'm so sorry. Alrighty. That being said, then we'll move on to SGA feedback. Who questions, concerns? This time is reserved for discussions among SGA legislators, related feelings, thoughts, intergroup dynamics, and group norms. Items on the agenda may not be discussed during this time. You made it, y'all. Final meeting. It's been a long
Good job,
year.
everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone deserves a nap after this.
Yeah, definitely.
We earned a nap. Okay, I'll start.
This is, I don't know if it's a kudos, confession, it's concern, maybe it's just a comment. I know I already spoke with Ariana because she was the only person running for student trustee, so I assume that she's gonna be the student trustee unless there was another write-in, which I doubt. So after she's officially announced as student trustee, I plan on doing like a little Skype or a little Zoom coffee date with her to go over like how the board meetings run, what I usually say in my report, a little bit about the trustees, and just to give her like information on my role and what she should expect in the coming months. And I don't know, that's just an idea. If any of you guys, and you guys definitely don't have to do it, of course, but if any of you guys want to meet with the people that are going to be either replacing you or joining your committee and go over the responsibilities and how your experience was in that position, I just think it'd be a cool idea. I know me and Nadia are going to do it. That's my only comment. It's been amazing working with all of y'all, everybody, the advisors, my team. It's been a crazy 2 years. I appreciate my time here. Definitely gonna take a lot of things that I learned here with me for the rest of my life. And I'll have more to say to y'all next week. But that's all I had to say now. Everybody's doing a great job. Still hosting events, still posting stuff online. You guys are finishing out the semester super strong. I'm really proud of all of you and to be a part of SGA.
Yeah. Thank you, Allison. Casson, you have your hand raised.
Yes, I do. So I just wanted to say good job, everyone, for finishing the semester. I've never really had friends in school before other than this semester. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you all for welcoming me into the student government. Because last fall, when I first came, I didn't really have many friends and I was new. So I just really appreciate all of you from the bottom of my heart. And with that being said, I am going to be a little busy this summer because I'm going to be going up north to visit some friends for the summer. But I'll be back in the fall. But so if I'm a little busy, that's why. But feel free to text me and I'll let you guys know how to contact me. Yeah.
Thank you, Casson. Any other kudos, confessions, or concerns, rather?
Yeah. Sorry.
Go right ahead.
So I just want to say 2 kudos. I want to do kudos to everyone who participated in the SGA elections once again. I thought it ran smoothly. There wasn't really any problems that I saw or anything that we could possibly fix at the moment. So I thought everything went smoothly. And I just want to say congrats to everyone who really campaigned and really put their effort into it. It was really great. Hopefully we can expand this next year and just grow from what we've learned this year. So definitely it was a great experience. And then second kudos, I just want to thank everyone in SGA just for allowing me to be a part of your family as well, just like Casson said, and just to hold a position that allowed myself to see what students need and what we can improve on as a school. I'm truly grateful, and I just look forward to helping students out more in the future with everyone that's staying and with everyone who will be joining. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Brian. Any other kudos, confessions, or go ahead, Ariana.
Yeah. I want to say kudos to Victoria. I had problems with the internet, technological issues, and she really took over the social media this past week, and I'm very grateful because I couldn't ask for any a better teammate. She's been there asking me, Ariana, do you need me to post anything? Do you want specifics? And she's been really amazing, really sweet. And also, thank you, Allison. I couldn't ask for any better also role model, and Victor too. You have been in my heart all the time, and yeah, I'm really grateful for a great team. So keep it up, guys. I know you're gonna get better and you have better goals, and yeah, kudos to
Thank you, Ariana. Yeah, again, I wanted to say earlier, I don't want to speak too much because I do want to give all my kudos next week during our ceremony. So, that being said, do we have any other kudos, confessions, or concerns before we move on? Last call. No? Alrighty. Public comment on non-agenda items. I believe we do have a special case on this one, so all public comments are really limited to 5 minutes each. Additional time can be allotted with the motion and second from the Senate. So, Jackie, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Jackie, for joining us. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. So good morning, guys. I just wanted to say thank you for letting me be here today and congratulations on making it to your last SGA meeting. As a previous student, being in SGA, I know how hard and tedious the year can be. But first, I wanted to thank Sidel for one of the only SGA members to reach out to me and ask questions about the petition that myself and students have wrote. I just want to say thank you for her help and support on it. For starters, the petition was not meant to attack SGA in any way, shape, or form, as the student trustee assumed last week. If you read the petition in detail, like Adriana had said last week perfectly, It stated that there was a lack of student involvement on the decision of making the graduation virtual. When SGA was called out in one of the first videos from Dr. Schultz, he called them out saying that there was student involvement in making the decision to go virtual. We later found out that this was not true, as the truth was stretched. As the week came, I asked SGA if y'all had a say so in the decision, which it was a no. This was the starting point of the petition, because it was wrong to mix and tell a stretched truth, because we didn't want SGA to be all the blame pushed to you guys, because I've previously been in that same position. Let me see. As of April, when we first attended the meeting and we were listening to it live, we did check the agendas of the SGA and the Board of Trustees. We've been trying to keep up with the videos, the Zoom, your YouTube lives and everything, as there were no agenda items about the virtual graduation, how the decision was made. When we went to the Board of Trust, or I don't think it was the Board of Trustees, it was the virtual brown bag. There was unclear ideas and unanswered questions about the 2020 graduation. We started to go into any and all panels, which led us to the first virtual brown bag, where many students and myself were having issues entering because there was an internet outage in the Hemet San Jacinto area. There was a gentleman by the name of Brandon who was answering my questions on the side chat. I asked him if graduation was going to be ever celebrated in person, and he had told me no, that there was no plan to have an in-person graduation. Then shortly after the discussion of Brandon and I, Dr. Schultz stated that they were hopefully planning something else for the class of 2020. So myself and other students talked and said that they're not being transparent, as they're not being upfront about the graduation of what will happen or what will not happen. Because they sent us to links to the graduation page, the MSJC graduation page, and the frequently asked questions there, none of which answered our questions. So we started to make a petition because we wanted the students to have a voice and to be able to ask the board members what is going on and what is happening. When we came to SGA about the graduation of 2020, we wanted to get your help and support about the graduation, because who else would be better to ask than you guys, because you guys could sit on the board meetings and you guys are able to ask the board members straightforward answers. But it did not happen in that way. There was no follow-up. The only person who really reached out to us was Sidel Perez, who's the vice president of San Jacinto. She asked and talked to me and students for hours about the graduation and our petition and how we felt and how she could help. Because even though she was not graduating, she understood our concerns, which is what we thought we would have gotten from almost all the SGA members to begin with. With the overwhelming of all online classes, she took the extra time to fit in students into her busy schedule. She was doing what she was elected for as a student leader to do, serving to ask them questions how she could help us with our issues. Then shortly after, we as students took matters into our own hands and started emailing anyone and everyone about the graduation petition, which expressed our thoughts and concerns.
Hey, Jack, you have just a little bit over a minute left.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
We as students were able to talk to Dr. Coulson, who said he was the decision maker for the graduation going virtual. He had made a promise to us stating that there will be a graduation in person for class of 2020 when it is safe to do so. We, just as students who were not elected into office or given any special titles, we don't sit on any board meetings. We were able to make a change and represent some of the students at MSJC who are graduating. Sorry, I was stuttering. Like nervous.
No worries.
We as students were able to make a change and represent some of the students at MSJC who were going to graduate, because it was so important to them. We listened and took action. I hope that you, who will continue your student leadership at MSJC and wherever you continue your education, I hope that you will next time support and ask the students who come to speak to you about the concerns and take the actions and follow up with them, as you were elected to represent them, and you are their voices. Thank you.
Alrighty. Thank you so much for joining us, Jackie. Alrighty, any other public comment on non-agenda items before we move on?
Can I just comment on what Jackie said? Is that allowed?
No, we normally don't ever follow in discussion with the public comment. So
Okay.
yeah,
Thank you.
I mean, if you were more than welcome to follow up with an email, like a personal email after the meeting. But yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, of course. Any other public comment on non-agenda items? Alrighty.
I didn't get anything in the email, so yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I believe that scratches out the public comment on agenda items unless anybody has public comment on agenda items. Just leaving it on the floor again. No? Alrighty, cool. Moving on to discussion / action items. The following items may be discussed and voted on at this time. 8 minutes per topic with 1 minute per speaker. Members of the public may speak after the discussion by the voting body is closed and before a vote by the voting body is taken. So first on our agenda is discussion and approval of graduation sign campaign. I believe this is already happening.
Yeah, so if I may chime in, I don't know if it was last week or 2 meetings ago, we talked about having it on the agenda to officially approve, just because we were doing it a little late. But yeah, so that now it just is for an official approval that will be shown in minutes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, thank you, Jackie. So Jackie put it in her email. If any of y'all want to follow up with her through email, please do so after the meeting. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us, Jackie. Yeah. So first, again, on our list, discussion and approval of graduation sign campaign. As Jose stated, this is just for official approval for the minutes purposes. Does anybody want a motion for the approval of the graduation sign campaign? Maybe we can stay here all day.
I'll approve. I was muted.
All right, thank you. Motion to approve given by Senator Caballero. Do I have a second?
Ariana.
Thank you. Seconded by Commissioner Rodriguez. Alrighty. Gosh, I really don't want to do this through roll call vote. All right. All those in favor of approving the graduation sign campaign, say aye.
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 Okay, cool. Any abstentions? Any nays? Alrighty, so by majority vote, we will be approving the graduation sign campaign. And I say majority because there are some abstentions because there are some members absent. Alrighty, moving on to the second line item. Discussion and approval of an additional $67.49, previously $750, now $817.49 for SGA recognition plaques. Again, pretty self-explanatory, but yeah, does anybody want a motion to approve of the $67.49?
Motion.
Who motioned? Was that Brian?
Yes.
Thank you. Do you have a second?
Yeah, I'll second.
Thank you, Victoria. So motion to approve given by Commissioner Moreno Alvarez, seconded by Senator Caballero. This will be a roll call vote because it is a fiscal matter. So be calling out your names, state whether you approve of or oppose of the motion. Anyways, Vice President Menifee Valley Campus Ali Baeza.
Aye.
Student Trustee Alison Salas.
Aye.
Commissioner of College Activities Brian Moreno Alvarez.
Yes. Aye.
Commissioner of Financial Affairs Tracy Yee.
Aye.
Commissioner of Institutional Effectiveness Nicholas Singh.
Aye.
Commissioner of Public Relations Ariana Rodriguez.
Aye.
Commissioner of Student Equity and Cultural Affairs Kathleen Chamberlain.
Aye.
Senator of College Activities Cindy Lopez.
Aye.
Senator of Financial Affairs Christian Cortez.
Aye.
Senator of Institutional Effectiveness Hector Cardenas.
Aye.
Thank you. Senator of Public Relations Victoria Ann Caballero.
Aye.
Senator of Student Equity and Cultural Affairs Chinopa Vasquez.
Aye.
Senator of Student Equity and Cultural Affairs Victor Heredia.
Aye.
Thank you. Senator of Student Equity and Cultural Affairs, Timberly Vick.
Aye.
Thank you. Alrighty, so again, by majority decision, we will be spending an extra $67 or an additional $67.49 for SGA recognition plaques. So moving on to line item 3, discussion and approval of $2,500 to cover ICC club points. Do y'all know what club points are?
Nope.
Okay, so club points are given to clubs, obviously, but clubs accumulate club points by doing well, just like by basically interacting with the campus in terms of like having meetings, having minutes, having events, attending events, so on and so forth. They're rewarded points, and those points turn into funds at the end of the semester, at the end of each semester. Each club is capped at $100 per semester, given that they accumulate enough points to cover those funds. So 100 club points is $100 for their club. Just some little bit of background knowledge, that way you guys get a sense of what you're voting for. But granted, this is already provided in the bylaws and the ICC club handbook and the SGA constitution. So yeah, that being said, do I have a motion to approve of $2,500 to cover ICC club points?
I motion.
Thank you, Christian. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Caston. So motion approved given by Senator Cortez, seconded by Commissioner Caston Chamberlain. This is a fiscal matter, so we will move on to a roll call vote. Vice President, Menifee Valley Campus, Sally Baeza.
Aye.
Student Trustee Allison Salas. Allison.
I'm also gonna walk away for a couple minutes.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Commissioner of College Activities, Brian Moreno Alvarez.
Aye.
Commissioner of Financial Affairs, Tracy.
Aye.
Commissioner of Institutional Effectiveness, Nicholas Singh.
Aye.
Commissioner of Public Relations, Ariana Rodriguez.
Aye.
Commissioner of Student Equity and Cultural Affairs, Caston Chamberlain.
Aye.
Senator of College Activities, Cindy Lopez.
Aye.
Senator of Financial Affairs, Christian Cortez.
Oops, I was muted.
You're
Aye.
fine. Thank you. Senator of Institutional Effectiveness, Hector Cardenas.
Aye.
Senator of Public Relations, Victoria Ann Caballero.
Aye.
Senator of Student Equity and Cultural Affairs, Chidubu Vasquez.
Aye.
Senator of Student Equity and Cultural Affairs, Victor Heredia.
Here. I mean, aye. Sorry.
Senator of Student Equity and Cultural Affairs, Timberly Vick.
Aye.
Alrighty, ayes have it by majority decision. We will be approving $2,500 to cover ICC club points. Moving on to line item 4, discuss how SGA and clubs should remain active during the summer. So I believe we already discussed this a little bit into last week, rather. So if anybody has any additional thoughts, feelings, concerns, now is the time to discuss about how SGA should remain active during the summer.
Oh, God. Okay, sorry. Maybe having like a summer session start on the first week of of classes, and then end on the last week of classes, and then we have like a weekly like Friday meeting kind of thing.
Don't believe we will be in session for Fridays, but we can have a weekly meeting.
Maybe something
So-
on Monday or Wednesday. Wednesday probably.
Question or comment?
Yeah.
Victor?
Yeah,
So
go
on
ahead,
this
Maya.
issue- Yeah, on this issue, so actually, we just had a management meeting this morning, and the hours for summer for staff are gonna be changed. So we actually will be doing some hours on Friday, and I haven't even announced this to the staff yet. So the staff that are on the call are gonna hear this for the first time. But yeah, we're not as far as I know, and this could change. So I reserve that right to change. But I think we're gonna have some morning availability on Friday. I don't know about Friday afternoon during the summer, but definitely morning availability on the Friday. So we might actually be able to keep the same schedule potentially.
Nice. Okay, cool. And you said starting the summer session from the first week of classes to the last week of classes. So you're thinking like the first?
So
Like
here's,
May 13th or something.
can I comment?
Yes, of course.
So I'm gonna ask that we do go dark for a few weeks as a team, because number one, I think we need the break, and number two, the team's got to kind of get together with the next. So it's not that we won't meet. So we'll definitely have some retreats. We'll probably have some work meetings, but they won't be official SGA meetings that we're going to stream on YouTube, where we'll have to post an agenda. So we probably won't start meeting officially as an SGA public meeting. I'm going to recommend that we don't do that until maybe closer to fall. That doesn't mean that we won't have work meetings. Does that make sense? So y'all are still be required to come if you want to be active. Now, if the SGA doesn't want to be active during the summer, because we typically haven't, then that's a different conversation. We probably need to figure that out in probably one of the next work meetings that we have. So I'm hoping that we're going to be able to have a work group meeting kind of as a closeout for the semester with a brand new group. And if the current, it'll be just with the brand new group. It'll have to be just with the brand new group. So I'm hopeful that we can do that maybe in the very beginning of June. And then from that meeting, we can make a firm plan for the schedule. So that way you all know what the commitment's going to be. Does that sound good? This is just SGA though. The clubs, that's part of this discussion, I guess. So.
Yeah, I was actually hoping to get a little bit more of an answer to bring back to ICC because I do have my last meeting on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been bringing it up for the past 2 meetings, and I'm a little bit hoping that I have a little bit more of a concrete answer. But if you guys can give me like a reassurance that you guys will come together as a team and you'll send something out to ICC saying like this is what your clubs can do during the summer, I'm cool with that. I can relay that back to the clubs. But I would like something to take back to them after this discussion.
So again, I want to listen to what you all as the SGA think, but ultimately the administrative part, right, of whether we can operate is going to definitely be, it's going to be a student life decision, a staff decision. So right now, from what I'm hearing from the discussion is that y'all definitely want to do it. It sounds like you want to support the clubs being active, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, so then I don't see any reason why we can't do that. I think it's healthy and I think it's a really good thing right now. So I would say, we'll have to confirm. So we have a team meeting on Monday. So we can definitely, Jose, can you make sure that this is on the agenda so that we make a firm decision?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll talk about it I'm sorry, just to clarify, I'm almost done, hold on. So we'll make a firm decision as a staff in terms of what exactly that will look like in terms of the process, right? So will we have an ICC having to meet every week? I don't know. Is that even feasible? Because students may not necessarily have the same access that they would have if they're not taking classes, right? So those are the things we have to consider. So maybe we don't have an ICC necessarily that approves the events. Maybe it's more casual in that, if a club wants to do something, the ICC SGA officer coordinates with one of the advisors to say, okay, hey, I got this club that wants to do this. And then they just do it, right? I don't know, but maybe we do have ICC meetings and then we just kind of see how attendance is. So those are the types of discussions that we probably need to have as a staff, but what do you all think?
I was going to say, I kind of agreed with what you were saying in the beginning. Like, let's take a break first, like a little recess, because I think that's really needed, but I definitely want to be active in the summer.
Yeah, I was going to say like, here, give me a second. Okay, well, if I had a plan for the summer session to start, I'd probably start it on like June 19th because I think that's the first week for the summer school session. And then No,
the first week, I believe, for the full summer session is the first week of June, if I'm not mistaken. Can somebody confirm that for me? That's on the line, staff, Maricela or somebody from.
It's June
Our-
1st is the first day of classes. The
Oh,
8-week
Got it.
session starts June 1st.
Yeah, and those are 8-week sessions, right?
Yeah, and then the 6-week session starts June 15th.
oh, okay.
Correct.
So that I'm thinking about the 6 week, but yeah, maybe we have it start on like June 5th, and then we do keep like an ICC guide, and then we just adjust like the still give out like ICC points and adjust it to like maybe like 5 ICC points per attendance, especially because of how short like the summer session is, that way like we can still kind of support the clubs or something like that.
Okay.
There's a lot. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. Huh?
I mean, I'm just trying to think this through, like, because we haven't done this before. So the easiest way to do it would just be, we just operate business as usual and we just don't penalize folks like we normally would during the fall and spring semesters, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, no, this is like the
right. So we don't count points potentially, or maybe that's probably the thing that I would probably want to bring up for discussion. Given that everybody has different situations during the summer, we have, some students like Caston who are going to kind of be, in different locations and may not necessarily have the same plan, right? Like, so maybe we don't count points and we don't penalize folks, right? So if you're active, cool. But if you're not active, it's not going to hurt you because we won't really count points until fall. So that's just an idea.
Can I state my thoughts?
Yes, of course.
So like Maya said, I'm gonna be busy, and I feel like a lot of people are busy during the summer. The weather is different. We're in quarantine. Anyway, life's gonna be different for everyone this summer as well. And I really would love to be active in SGA, but for me personally, and probably for others, I might not be there for every single meeting. And as much as I would love to be, I don't know if I could, and that's kind of my concern.
Yeah, and I was gonna say for like, I think, as long as like we hit quorum, we're good. Like,
Yes, but I believe Caston's main concern is coming from that because generally a term is served from the fall semester to the spring semester. We don't know how much requirements or like what's basically required out of SGA members like in the summer. Like, is she going to be penalized for not attending these SGA meetings like she would like in the fall and the spring semester?
Yeah, I don't think anyone should be penalized for not being able to attend the summer sessions.
So then maybe we have like the same system for SGA, for both SGA and clubs. Like if you can, great. If you can't, then
yeah, like there's no one will be penalized for during the summer.
Don't we need to revise the Constitution to account for this kind of stuff?
No, we don't have to. Because we can, it could be more specific towards the fall and the spring rather than the summer.
So also a comment on that, so you're right, Hector, we definitely don't need to necessarily revise the Constitution, although you might think about adjusting your bylaws, which you can always change, right? Or you might also just, if you want to do it quick and dirty, you just put it on an agenda and you say, hey, we the SGA, for the time period of such and such to such and such decide to, whatever rules that you all want to implement, not penalize SGA members for not participating. However, those that can participate are more than welcome to. I mean, you can kind of do it a lot of different ways. That's the quick and dirty way, is just to do it in your agenda so it's in your minutes, right?
Yeah, that's what I would probably recommend that we do. That way it's there for a definitive time and not permanent.
Right.
So that we could keep adjusting it until it fits.
So given that we don't have an SGA legislative agenda for the foreseeable future, that is, maybe y'all can put it on your institutional effectiveness agenda. Revise the ICC bylaws. And yeah, doing it in your first official SGA meeting.
I don't think I would want to revise the bylaw. Oh yeah, Maya.
I'm sorry, y'all. So you actually, since you have this on your agenda now, right? And we're running pretty good time with our meeting, I would recommend y'all just make a motion right now and vote on it and figure out what y'all want to do. Because all we're talking about is what, so a couple things, right? We're just talking about, do you want to be active during the summer? Number one. Number two, if you are active, do you want to penalize folks who cannot be active, right? That's number two. Number three, do we want, and if we're adopting those for the SGA, do we want to adopt that for the clubs? So they're really only two things, right? And then you can also tentatively motion to identify your first official SGA meeting. Those are, so you can do that all right now. And to be honest, I'd recommend that we do that.
Or you know what I'm thinking too, of having like an SGA like interim like kind of assembly where like people now can either volunteer to attend it or volunteer to not attend it. And like that way like we'll have like a membership for that interim like established, and that way we could have like a quorum to vote for like to approve of like ICC or to like either like approve of ICC or like we keep track of everything and then send it to the first like the next assembly, like the first assembly in like fall,
Okay, so
that way like everyone gets like back approved.
okay, I have a little bit of mixed not feelings, but like mixed thoughts about that. So first, we don't know exactly who would attend the interim, right? We have basically all members here, so I mean, all that we really need to do is just amend the line item, like amend this line item to include the approval of SGA remaining active in the summer and not penalizing any non-active members in SGA as well as non-active clubs. I mean, we can also identify like the first official meeting like in the summer, like in this line item as well. I believe that's what Maya was stating. Anyways, what do y'all think?
I definitely personally, I think that we should definitely take a recess just to and focus ourselves, well, those that are staying, and focus ourselves on what we want to do next year, what we definitely should work on. I do believe, however, that we should have a meeting before we take this recess with the new members, just so that we have a plan of, you know what, we're going to get back on this date, and we're going to make sure that we can at least have a mindset of what we're planning to do for the next school year. I really do want to remain active during the summer, but I don't know how everyone else feels in regards to this, because I know that our availability and we have a lot of stuff to do during the summer as well. I know we all have our, different things. So I just want to make sure that, at least we can have some members be present during the summer.
Okay. Anyone else want to chime in?
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Allison.
I think it's a great idea for you guys to continue working over the summer and keep in contact and share your ideas. But like Brian said, it's a lot to take on. So maybe you guys can consider it not being a weekly thing. Maybe have it be every other week, so twice a month. So you guys would still meet like 4 times over the summer. You guys will still touch base and stuff, or twice in June and twice in July. Yeah, that's a good idea, Maya. That gives you guys more time to think about things, more time to cool off, and it isn't a weekly thing, and it's not as intense as it is during the school year.
Yeah. And as far as like the programming, like and everything, and like what's going to be included in the agenda, or like what are like some thoughts like about events? Like we already have like a basis for that, but like also you guys have a retreat still. This is where you guys can definitely just brainstorm anything that y'all want to have like on your plate during the summer and such, or like in the future, like for the fall. But I would definitely say to like utilize the retreat as best as you can. I know this is our final meetings. I mean, like, so this is a good place to start in terms of like what you want to see, like how we want to remain active in SGA. Maya, you have a comment?
Yeah, can we just throw some dates out there and just get consensus on if these, because it sounds like folks are okay with maybe the 4 times a summer. I mean, I don't know. Granted, I only heard like 1 or 2 voices, but I mean, could we do this? Could we propose that we meet 4 times, right? Twice in June, twice in July, and then we don't penalize folks. In other words, if 2 people show up and it's just the president and the student trustee, Eureka, y'all showed up and we love you and we want to be in community. If everybody shows up, well, then it's a party, right? So what if we do that, right? So no one feels pressure. If you don't make it, it's good. So
yeah, definitely. I like it.
how about the first week of June, or no, I'm sorry, not the first week. The first week of the second session, which is what, the week of June 15th, is that right?
Yeah.
That would be the 19th, I believe.
And then potentially maybe the 26th, which is my birthday, so I may not be here, but that's okay. June 19th, or maybe June 25th, I don't know. So those would be the 2 times in June.
Let's see. So wait. Oh yeah. So the 5th, 19th. Yeah, the first week of June. That way.
No.
No?
The last 2 weeks in June. So y'all have a break. That we have a solid like
the
almost
15th and the 29th.
Or 2 weeks break, I guess. And we would still have a retreat. So there would still be a retreat probably that last week in May or the first week in June, but you wouldn't be beholden to come to a meeting. We would just have like a 1 day, like couple of hours. And again, if you can't make it, you can't make it, right? Like none of this is, you're not going to be banned from SGA.
Right. So right now is what I have from June, June 19th and the 26th for your first, or for your 2 meetings in June. And then in July, maybe y'all can meet up on July 10th and the 24th, maybe.
Can we also, can we also identify the retreat? So right now, this is your last meeting, right? So next, we would be celebrating y'all on the 15th, and then the week of graduation, we have nothing, right? Because you're graduating, or you're just taking a break. And then we don't have anything that last week of Memorial Week either. So that's giving you 2 solid weeks. Can we get together the first week of June and just have a retreat / a transition retreat, we can call it, for the new members? And I'm just going to throw a date out there. I'm going to say maybe June, I don't know. Does June 5th work on a Friday, or do we want to do June 4th?
I have a question. Will this, like, if we do it like on the Friday, will the meetings be around the same time that we usually do it now? Okay, I just want to make sure, just because I'll be a part of classes and then FYE, so I just want to make sure that like I have enough time to spare. But this definitely works out for me.
I mean, it's really up to the new officers, right? Like the new folks that are coming in. So if that sounds okay for the folks that are on board, then can we aim maybe for that June 5th retreat then? Because again, we're not going to be doing 410s for staff. So the Fridays will be open.
Tracy said sounds good.
Oh, that sounds good to me.
Okay, so like,
I like that idea.
So this is for, anybody who's going to be staying in SGA, especially like if you are running or ran rather, now is the time to like input. This is your group. Yeah. So the June 5th, this is a transition retreat. Maya says, is that what we're all in agreement on?
Yeah, that's very good. And plus, while we're there at that retreat, we can all talk more about this. So, sorry, my dog.
I think that would be the motion in there. I don't know. Like, am I missing anything else? Like, I'm not moving it.
Yes.
I'm not making a motion.
Yeah, I see what you mean, Hector. Maybe we can add specific dates in the motion.
Yeah, I figured you could put it on the agenda, but yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, I would just have to amend the line item to include the approval. June 19th and June 26th for the SGA meetings in June. Not July. Would that be the 10th and the 24th, or would you want to keep that like back to back?
Yeah, July would be 10th and July 24th, right? Is that right? Yeah, that's what I have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, give me a second.
Any discussion? Like, what do y'all think?
I think personally it works well. Similar to Brian. I mean, I might be returning back as an FYE mentor, and we have this summer bridge, but I believe in my end it doesn't affect. I think those are perfect dates. But
I don't. You shouldn't have anything on Friday, Ariana, just because this was just announced like today in our management meeting. So everybody's been planning under the assumption that we're going to be off on Fridays. So I believe, I could be wrong.
Okay, got it. Then that should be fine then.
Okay. Yeah. If anyone of the new SGA want to make that motion or adjust it, it's up to you guys.
Any of the new member or not new members?
Emotion.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so you have to.
Yeah, you would want to. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to say I. Move to whatever.
Sorry. I mentioned I moved to keep the SGA active in the summer with a meeting every other week, beginning the second of week with no penalizing of its members for not attending. The dates of the meetings are June 19, June 26, July 10, and July 24.
Yeah. Brian, also you have to say it like word for word too, like when you're saying, like when you're doing a motion, because
you got it.
Yeah. So anyway.
Have a second.
I second.
Thank you, Christian. Whew, okay.
Is there any objections to it?
Yeah, are there any objections to the motion?
Nope.
Any abstentions?
And then so everyone's aware that we're going to keep the SGA active in the summer with a meeting every other week beginning the second week of June with no penalizing of its members for not attending. The dates of the meetings are June 19th, June 26th, July 10th, and July 24th.
That is correct. So again, for the minutes purposes, Nick, you can just write in Brian moved to keep SGA, or rather Brian motion to keep SGA active in the summer, and then the motion was seconded. No objections. Therefore, SGA will remain active in the summer with a meeting every other week, beginning the second week of June with no penalizing of its members for not attending. The dates of the meetings are June 19th, June 26th, July 10th, and July 24th.
I bet.
Alrighty.
Oh yeah, also this shared screen thing is being like garbled. I don't know if anyone else has pointed it out.
I don't see what you mean by that, but that being said, is there any further discussion on the sign item? Again, y'all can talk about it more during your transition retreat. And
Not on my end. I believe it's great, and yeah, this was amazing.
all right, thank you, Ariana. Anybody else want to say any final thoughts / words before I call for agenda items?
We're gonna does this, so if we approve this, so is this motion approved for SGA? Does this gonna apply to ICC, or have we made a decision on?
Yeah, it would be for ICC because the SGA includes ICC in its membership, and along with all the clubs under the membership because they chartered with.
So that's not gonna work, y'all, because ICC can't meet on the same day that we meet.
Right.
So we've got to do a different
Well,
motion.
I mean, like it's for.
So we got to do different motion.
I could clarify it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this motion is great. No, Hector, this motion is fine. Let's just make another one that's specific to ICC. That's all.
Okay. Oh yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
That's smarter than like me.
Yeah, that's all. It's all good. Ellie, what would you say your feedback would be for ICC? You should really be, you and the new VPs should be probably weighing in on this.
You guys should probably make the motion, like, or at least try and.
Thank you, Hector. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really gotten much feedback about having regular meetings. I guess it was more just like if a club wanted to do, like if we, like for the Talon, for example, like they want to continue doing stories over the summer and they want like, I've been helping them like get a couple of stories. I'm not going to take credit for anything. I do like a couple of emails every week, but still they know that they can reach out to me like if they need anything. And I know a lot of clubs feel that way. And so it would be more that the person taking over my position in the summer and in the fall, which I believe is Nick if the election results come out, that they would be there for them in that way. And I don't know if Nick's comfortable holding meetings. I can, like we could maybe set the meetings and then just say that there's no penalty. And then if they're not working out, then we can change it. Because I know that even now I probably don't get the best attendance at my meetings. But I don't believe we'll have a vice president of San Jacinto, possibly. So we could talk about, if we're all online, we could talk about maybe combining the ICCs and just have them meet. That might be a worthwhile idea, but I haven't really gotten any feedback that they want regular meetings. I think it's more that they wanted SGA to be there if they needed to reach out for anything.
Okay, it might be helpful to have maybe just follow the same format and just do it different days, like keep it on that Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, we could try doing
maybe like once every 3 weeks, like something like that. That way.
So here's my thought for the clubs, and I'm sorry, y'all. It's just, I mean, we have Ellie, for those of you that actually regularly attend the ICC meetings, I kind of feel like it's beneficial to just have the opportunity for students to check in, like on a more regular basis, like you all are going to do. Because Ellie, I don't know if you've gotten this vibe, but I feel like for the ones that do participate, it seems like it's a good thing that they have that option to like participate, especially on the SJC side. Like there's some student leaders that every time they check in, they're like, oh man, I'm glad that I can go to this meeting and distract myself.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to have these regular meetings. And I mean, it kind of doesn't matter what I want just because I am leaving the position very soon. But they do enjoy the meetings and they do, like, I think that there are some clubs that would really think it's beneficial to check in a couple of times over the summer. And I think that these dates are good. I don't think that they're overwhelming. I think that they're kind of perfect. But again, it doesn't really matter what I want. So if it was my feedback, this is what I would do if I was keeping my position, have the 4 dates and then have an opportunity to report back at the SGA meetings, kind of similar to the format we have now.
Cool. So since we won't have a vice president for the San Jacinto campus, or at least not an elected one, maybe we do have that combined ICC meeting that joins the SJC clubs and the NBC clubs just once, like
I mean,
on that one day, and then maybe it could be.
Oh shoot! Sorry. Is there any senators? Like.
Yes.
Okay, so then
we
like
have 2 senators running.
So then, like both of those senators are probably gonna have to take executive roles, but, like interim until they get filled. So.
Jose, don't we have a VP of Menifee or no?
Yes.
We do.
Who is it?
Yeah.
Or well, we can't say officially. Never mind.
Yeah. Someone did run for that. Yes.
Okay. Well, then that person could. I think that person's supposed to chair, aren't they, or no? I don't.
Like, it's.
Yeah.
They can chair both ICCs.
Yes.
Yeah. But.
And I think we've done that in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ideally, it's supposed
Definitely
to be a senator, though.
So what if we just propose June 17th and June 24th as our ICC combined meetings? And I think aren't both meeting times at like 1 o'clock. You know what? Why don't we do this? We just identify the dates and then we just do a doodle. Maybe Jose and Maricela, y'all can work on sending out a doodle to your club reps and just getting a time. It's not going to work for everybody, right? We might even have to do a 5 o'clock ICC in adjust hours so we can get folks, because summer classes are longer, right? They start early and then they go like all the way. Can anybody give me an example of a summer class?
Sometimes summer classes go from Monday through Thursday from like 10 to 12, like it's 2 hours. It depends like on how many units the class is as well. Sometimes it is twice a week, like it's Monday, Tuesday, and it's from like 10 to 2. And then
Yeah,
again,
the classes go Monday to Thursday, and like Victor said, they usually go 2 hours depending on the units. And if they're afternoon, they usually go from 2 to 6. Depend, of course, many classes depends on the class, but that's how it works.
I mean, we could keep the same dates on Friday. We've never had ICC on Friday, but we could do
And
like a, sorry.
no, sorry, I just wanted to clarify. Just have in mind that since the classes are online, you know, not every, it depends on the professor, of course, but not every professor will be doing conference Zoom or Zoom meetings. And also, if they are online, the homework I usually do online, and they can do it whenever they want. So they can accommodate the schedule, you know, at the best of the things. Sorry, my English, I get nervous.
So basically what you're saying is, Ariana, that students could potentially make a meeting, potentially, like kind of, they're more.
Yes, they have more flexibility with their time. Since the classes are online, they have more flexibility with their schedule. I mean, of course, every student is different and they might be busy with other stuff, but we definitely all have more flexibility with our schedule since we're having online courses.
So then maybe we just do June 17th and June 24th. I was going to propose Friday in the afternoon, but I don't know. That's a lot of meetings. Really. So can we just identify maybe June 17th, June 24th for June, and then July, the same thing, July 15th and July 29th, I guess, for the ICC meetings. And then the time is to be decided based on the ICC feedback that we get. What do y'all think?
July 29th or?
Yeah. What did I say? Yeah. So for June, it would be the same week of the SGA meetings, right? So it would be June 17th, June 24th, and then July would be July 15th and July 29th. Yeah. All Wednesdays.
Okay. I'm looking at this and it says, never mind. I guess it's, sorry.
So does somebody want to put that in a motion, Hector?
yeah, so maybe we keep like the same like first part, and then we just include ICC meetings will be, or the dates of the ICC meetings are.
What dates? Like, can you guys type them in the chat?
Yeah.
June 17th, June 24th. And I believe it was July 15th and the 29th.
Yep. And then
Are we
so
sure
time
we
I
want
mean.
July 8th and July 22nd so that they can report back to SGA?
Oh.
True.
Say that again, July 8th and what?
The 22nd.
Oh yeah, okay. I mean, that's fine with me. So unless anybody has any objection. 24, so then July, what was it, July 8th and?
The 22nd.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So July 8th and July 22nd?
Yes.
This is the tediousness of government, y'all. Imagine what our congressmen have to go through, or congresswomen, and senators.
Okay.
Anybody else want a motion?
I'll motion.
So if you want a motion, you want to state the entire motion that's in the chat right now. Sorry, Christian.
Oh, okay. me. All right. I move to have the ICC active during the summer, and the meeting dates are June 24th. Why is it listed twice?
June 17th, June 24th.
Oh, okay. In the
sorry.
chat it says 24th twice. So June 17th, June
Wait.
24th,
July 8th.
July 8th, and July. Well, this one says 22nd. I don't trust any of the numbers now.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what I'm motioning for now.
Yeah.
It's totally fine here. Let me.
My bad. Like I don't have my glasses on, so like, so I thought I wrote it correctly.
So, okay, thank you,
Okay.
Victor. I move to have the ICC active during the summer, and the meeting dates are June 17th, June 24th, July 8th, and July 22nd.
Does anybody want to second that motion?
Please.
I second.
Thank you, Ellie. Any objection to the motion? Any further discussion? Alrighty, motion passes. Ooh, ICC will remain active during the summer. The meeting dates are scheduled for June 17th, June 24th, July 8th, and July 22nd. Whoever takes the role for Vice President of the Menifee Valley campus will have to meet with our advisors, see what's to talk about and everything, see what's to be put on the agenda. So, good work, y'all. With that being said, do I have any call for agenda items? Ooh, I no longer have to create an agenda anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think there's an agenda.
Well, I mean, technically, you can still have some for
for the summer.
Summer, yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. So is
Maybe.
the summer gonna be the new SGA, or is it gonna be the?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Hey.
for clarification purposes, yeah, thank you, Maya. Transition retreat is on June 5th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. All those who are currently in SGA and who are going to be staying in SGA due to an elected position, please keep that date in mind. Also, pretty sure this information will be given out like via email because there is a member who isn't in SGA who will be joining SGA through an elected position. So, yeah, Maya, I see your hand raised.
Can I ask, and certainly you all who are existing folks who are graduating and transferring, can I ask that you all participate in the transition retreat, just to give feedback potentially? You know, you're not required obviously by any means, but if you are able to, I think it'd be helpful to have your voices there. Having said that, we may not be able to accommodate, well, there might be some special accommodations we might have to make, which I can chat with those folks offline, but regardless, for the senators and commissioners who are potentially going to be on board, if y'all want to participate, then awesome. If not, no biggie, because y'all can do that separately as well. That's the other thing. In fact, we might even encourage you all to do that. Maybe reach out and do a one-on-one meeting and chat with your equivalent. So, you know, president meets with the new president, VPs meet with the new VPs, that kind of thing. That might actually work as well. So anyway, just putting that out there.
Yeah, that's definitely a strong maybe.
Yeah, no worries. Anyway.
And there's like so much going on with transferring. Anyways, do you have any call for agenda items? Maybe you all want to talk about your goals.
I was gonna say, can I be in the transition? Like.
Yeah, I mean, I just asked the question, like if any returning members want to join the transition retreat, and you're welcome to do so.
Yeah.
So, for agenda items, maybe planning for summer events.
Actually,
that's the retreat.
Well,
you can put that on there. I mean, we can take, I mean, Jose, Maricela, and Suzanne are on the line, so we can take things that y'all want to talk about. We just have some business stuff that we got to go through with y'all, but we can definitely talk about planning.
Yeah, so if y'all want to write that down, because I'm not going to be creating the agenda anymore. Granted, I could show you how to create an agenda, but that's no longer my duty after next Thursday. Gosh, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what I have down for like some agenda items are just like some SGA goal listing and event planning. Granted, y'all don't have a college activities built for the summer, I don't believe. Did anybody run for any positions in college activities, Jose?
I don't recall that anyone did.
I thought,
I'd like to say we are opening up appointment applications during the summer, or I would like to, and that's something we can discuss with the team and Maya. But yeah, the goal is to have as many positions filled, right? So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and then like getting ahead of it like in the summer, like that's actually a really great opportunity.
Yes, I think it'll be good.
Alrighty. Any other call for agenda items?
Maybe an icebreaker or plans. Plans would be good. Summer plans. Discussion of summer plans.
So that will be happening in the retreat, but
Okay.
yeah.
Acting on summer plans.
Summer plans, as in
Like the summer SJ summer goals.
SJ summer goals.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I had down, but thank you.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
That's fine. Any other call for agenda items before I adjourn this meeting? My final meeting. Wait, where is it? Oh, there it is. Perfect. I have never used this thing. You know, I got it last year, but you know, my little gavel. That being said, final call for agenda items. Alrighty, then I will adjourn this meeting at 11:28 a.m. Final meeting, y'all. That's.
And we're ending the stream, right?
That's a wrap.
Good job, everyone.